Hello and welcome to another What's Inside. This time we're looking at Hollywood Fact or Crap. This is Celebrity Trivia with an Attitude. This is a game for adults with 3 to 8 players in mind. Knowledge of English is required. This is from Spin Master from 2012. So let's take a look at what we've got here. The box is pretty straightforward. Spin Master never puts a whole lot of interesting stuff on the sides. But we're going to see a bunch of cards and an hourglass, some tokens. Now it says there's instructions in here. They are referring to the inset in the box. So this part is very, very important. Now we have 225 of these things, plus a whole bunch of cards. So let's take a look at all this stuff. Obviously this is a used copy. So let's see what we've got here. Okay, these are the oversized answer cards. There should be 16 of them. And that means there are 8 of them that say fact, and 8 of them that say crap. So this is what the players are going to hold up when they give their answer. Now these are significantly larger than the regular question cards, so you won't get them confused at all. It's pretty unlikely anyway. So these are your answer cards that the players need. So if you want to have 8 players, you need all of these. So next up we have a 30-second timer. Pretty standard looking timer. It does have this purple color to it that kind of fits the theme of the box. But it doesn't say anything specific on it, so you can replace it with any 30-second timer. Alright, next up we have these tokens. There are 150 of these in the box. And these are kind of your scoring chits. So be aware there are 150 of them. They're the same on both sides. Not particularly interesting or special, but they are pretty thick. That kind of surprised me. I thought they'd be a lot cheaper than they are, but they're actually pretty good quality. A lot of times when people were popping these out, the perforation would tear the edges, so if you're a completionist or very obsessive compulsive, you want to check that. Alright, then we get to our question cards. Now these are your standard questions. And these are numbered, so you will see them. This is number 124. It's down here in the corner. And that's really helpful. There's 125 of these in the set. And there's 3 different questions usually. So there's a fair amount of actual questions in the game, giving it a lot more replayability than many other games. Although it is Hollywood edition, so it will be a little bit dated over time. And these are very, very thin cards, so they will crumple very easily, so be aware of that. But like I said, they're all numbered, so you'll be able to track down any cards you need and make sure they're all here. Then we have 100 rush hour cards. These are the bonus round cards, and the goal is to answer all of them as quickly as possible before the timer runs out. That's what the timer's for, it's the rush hour round. And like I said, these are numbered as well. This is card number 100. And then they just kind of go from there. And these go all the way from 1 to 100. So there's card number 1. That's really all that there is to the game. There's not a whole lot of components. Mainly you're going to want to pay attention to the cards. And that especially includes the answer cards. If you're missing a few of these, you could probably get away with playing the game pretty fine for the most part with that. But you want to make sure the majority of the cards are there. Alright, as far as quality goes, it's okay. The cards are a little cheaply made. because they're very thin. The little tokens, they're fine. Those are actually better than expectations. The same with the oversized cards, they're fine too. My problem with this game would be that it's dated. So unless you're really into Hollywood trivia, it's probably going to be a little outdated by the time you get to it. You can find these pretty cheap, actually, even new. But it's from 2012, so a lot of the questions are going to involve celebrities that may not be in anymore, or whose stars have faded or even passed away. So as far as Spin Master games go, this is about what I expected. A little better quality, actually. But the theme of the game is going to kind of keep a lot of people from wanting to play it. But if you're really into Hollywood trivia, this is probably going to be right up your alley. And like I said, it's not badly made for the most part, just the cards are kind of cheap, and that was because there's so many of them. There's 225 cards. You get 100 of the rush hour ones and 125 of the regular questions, plus the 16 oversized cards and the tokens and the 30-second timer. They're going to cut corners somewhere. But this is not the worst one. I just think it's going to be a little dated, so it's probably not going to be for everybody. And if you have kids, you really can't play with them. They're not going to know most of the stuff. So it's not going to be for everyone. But we've seen what's inside. You've heard my take on it. That's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future unboxings and reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links to my Streamlabs, which accepts PayPal for one-time donation, or my Patreon, which is a monthly reoccurring thing. You can support me that way, or buy yourself something nice from the Teespring store. Those links are all in the description, and as always, we hope to see you on the next one.